Dymitr from Poland,
Yes,
from Krakow.
yes. Hello, guys.
Your grandma receives reparations from the Polish government.
Oh yeah, she did. Uh, Referendum is like that they give you more money. Yes.
Yes. Why?
So history of my family is a bit complicated. Okay. History of my family is a bit complicated because when it was war, my family was like my great grandparents were taken away from Poland by Russian people, and they were made to stay in Siberia in some cities, but they were not like in prison. They were not like in prison, but they couldn't leave the city. So they were born there, and then my grandma moved back to Poland, and she was like a victim of war, so she deserves some money because she went through some very difficult things in Russia.
Because your grandma was born in 1940, so she was born in Russia, and then the Polish government pays her to live in Poland again.
Yeah, because her parents were Polish, so um, so it counts as like a Polish citizen as well.
Okay, and then there exists a system where people who suffered from the war receive pension.
Yes, many people.
And how so? You don't have to be a soldier. What conditions allow you to receive a pension from World War II in Poland today?
It was not from World War II, I think. It
Oh, no.
was before, but I'm not sure which war it was. Maybe World War One, or maybe some. In Poland at that time, Poland was not existing at all on the map of Europe. It was like gone because the other countries took it apart for 123 years.
Damn.
Yeah, and then only after World War One things changed for Poland. And before they tried to like get their independence back many times in history. So I don't know when it was exactly, which war. But yeah.
Is that a typical thing in Europe? Do other countries also pay people who have suffered from the war?
I don't know, to be honest, but I think so.
Maybe.
I think so because people who go on a war or go through some difficult things, sometimes their stories are very bad, and I think it's just heartless to not help them a bit more.
Here, there are so many Russians and Ukrainians living. I'll go to work and I'll just meet a Ukrainian lady, and she tells me about how her father just got hit by shrapnel on the way to work.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it happens to them. It's very bad. I have some friends from Ukraine as well, and I can imagine living like that.
Did they tell you about their experiences?
Yeah, my friend doesn't have a house anymore. It just exploded.
His
Because
house
of the
was
bomb,
exploded
yeah.
from a bomb. Did he live in a battle zone?
No. It was I don't know, to be honest, but it was very high building. It wasn't a house like one level house, but it was, I don't know, 14 level
An apartment?
Yeah, exactly. It was a block. So they just bombed the block. And
Did he live like on the front lines or something?
no, because he was in Poland then.
Okay, sure. He wasn't in Ukraine when his house was exploded. He just heard the news. You've lost your house.
Yeah.
That's insane. Were you like with him when he figured out his house was destroyed? Like,
No. But he was a bit upset, but also because he didn't live in there, it wasn't such a big problem, I think, for him.
Nah, not such a big problem to have your house.
Yes.
Calm.
Because he was like his family house than his own.
Yes.
So it's a bit different.
In Poland, are you guys feeling the effects of the war? Is there like a tension? Is there a fear? Is there? It's been a long time.
First of all, the gas prices I think they're higher than in Australia. Yeah. I don't know, we have very cheap gas actually. But in Poland it's still cheaper than in Western Europe. But in the Western Europe, they have the same problem with the gas prices, with the electricity as well.
All of the prices are rising. How long has it been?
Like my mom lives in Netherlands, and she's paying like 300, 400, sometimes 500 euros for electricity.
What?
For a month.
What?
Yeah.
Does she own a palace?
No. It's a house. It's a big house, but they don't use so much. It's just two people.
But 500 euros a month for two people for electricity.
Yeah, but it's Netherlands. They have like crazy prices.
Is that normal?
Yeah, but they rent a big house and they just pay 1,000 a month.
Okay.
1,500, I think. Yeah.
1/3 of their rent is the value of the electricity. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like extra to the rent.
yes, an extra 33% just to electricity.
Yeah, and then there's gas, which is also very expensive. I don't even know how much, probably really a lot.
How long has it been since you've been outside of Poland?
A bit more than a year.
How would much have changed in a year, or could you confidently say what life is like?
I think it could change a little bit to the better in terms of society, maybe.
It's 1 year, so like,
Yeah,
because there's lots of stuff about the war and how it's affecting Europe. So the prices have
in
gone up.
terms of the war, you mean?
Now, like, do people genuinely care, or is it kind of just like a news media thing? Like day by day in Poland, are people
Nobody
concerned?
thinks about it too much.
Nobody thinks about it.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't think about the war too much when I'm also a bit far away.
Yeah,
But it's not like you talk about it all the time. It just nothing changes there too much.
Nothing
so
changes.
It's nothing worth talking about. Maybe if Putin would attack another country, they would talk about it. But now everything is like stable since many months, so
Yes.
I don't think that they talk about it too much. Maybe people who are interested into politics, maybe they speak a lot about it.
But it's not like the daily life. It's
No,
not.
for sure not. Yeah.
That's so wild that like a 3 hour.
It was only like this first 2 weeks probably. Like the first days everybody was quiet and you can go out on the streets and it will feel very creepy actually because it's so strange atmosphere in the city.
Were you there during that?
Yes.
So everyone was scared
Yeah, scared I think.
in case it escalates, or just the fact that now
And
there
also
is
sad,
a new war. Sad,
because people
right?
are dying as well.
Yeah.
It's like nonsense. And these are our brothers in some kind of way. They are
How far away is Kiev from Krakow?
Kiev? Oh, I
By
don't know.
flight or drive?
I remember going to Ukraine once, and I took weed when I went there on the border, and they were checking all the bags, and I was just passing through those like queues of people that were going to be checked, and nobody noticed me, and I just came with the weed inside the.
You just skipped the line.
Yes.
You just walked through the checkpoint.
Yes. And nobody noticed that.
You didn't even sneak the border. You just walked.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah, but I was, I think, 15 back then, or even 14, and I was with my dad. He didn't know I took any drugs before, so that would be a bit strange if they found some weed with me.
Custom.
I hope they wouldn't put me in the jail for that. Right. Because it's like the border, that's like very.
I have a friend who got thrown in jail for he had a little bit of weed on him that he forgot.
In Thailand.
Bolivia. Yep.
Oh.
They caught him at the airport and then they threw him in jail and they tried to send him to jail for like 12 years.
Okay.
Just for a little bit they forgot at the border at the airport.
Shit.
That's fucking insane, man.
Yeah, but sometimes they cannot find it as well. My friend once took weed to the plane and they didn't find it.
On the plane?
Yeah.
That's insane.
But she did by mistake, not on purpose. I also did by mistake. I was like partying on it was like school party. I got high there. And then I left some weed in the grinder in my pocket. And I forgot about it. And I took the same jacket and I went to Ukraine. And when I was going back, it happened.
Oh, and you realize like, oh shit, I still got weed in my jacket.
Yes, it was very scary. They're just like, please take out all the meat and fruit and vegetables from your bags. And I'm like, okay.
Not the weed.
But it's so obvious they don't even say that.
Well, officer, you didn't say remove the weed. I got confused by your instructions. That's crazy. And then you were traveling around Europe at 15. Like, was this with family vacation or were you on
I was there with my dad because he went to meet with some of his friends, I think, there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was also, and he was, I know, I think he had a girlfriend in Belarus. And they were like traveling around Eastern Europe. And they were singing, they were like performing.
No way.
Yeah, and maybe that's why he got it.
Are they singing performer? Your dad is a professional singing performer?
No, he's not.
He sings.
He's far from that.
He goes to Ukraine to sing for fun?
What?
He goes to Ukraine to sing for fun?
He didn't sing, his girlfriend did.
His girlfriend is a singer performer?
Yes. It's like Ukrainian, Belarusian folklore.
Wow.
And she goes with like 20 kids and they all sing together.
Like a choir?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
but they're not together anymore.
Lost the music.
Nobody can stay too long with the father. It's like It'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. And where have you traveled then? You've been around Europe. You're in South America now in Lima, Peru.
Yeah.
Well, you've been to Europe. You've been to South America,
Yeah, and then I was also in Asia
Asia,
and Australia.
Australia.
And New Zealand, I think it's too
It
far
counts as the
from us.
continent of
Yeah.
Oceania. So how did it work? Your
But I think
first,
it's very different than the Australia and the other.
I consider it the same. I'm sure people disagree, but they're
Have you
just
been
like,
there?
no, I haven't.
Oh.
So I shouldn't even consider because I don't know.
I think that the fact that it's like way colder there and only mountains, especially on South Island, is like very different than Australia, I think.
Yeah. So
But people are not so willing to help the tourists.
no,
Because there is maybe much more tourists. And first of all, everything is very, very expensive for tourists there. It was not like that in Australia.
okay.
And in Australia, I had many times like I'm in some supermarket and then somebody asked me if I want to just stay in their house because I have a backpack and they just invited me. And it
Wow.
happened to me like I think 10 times.
What?
there. Yeah.
10 times in
Yes,
Australia.
yes.
Just, you want to stay at my place. I see you're a backpacker.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've been a backpacker. I've stayed at people's houses. I've
Yeah.
already.
So they also invited you sometimes. Or did you experience that?
Yeah, not like that though. I would meet someone and then they might offer me to stay at their house. I stayed at quite a few houses that way. On airplanes, at airports. They're like, just in the supermarket, hey, I noticed you're a backpacker. Do you need a place to stay? Is that really how it went down? Do they approach you?
No, I didn't
or
ask them. They asked me.
did you start a conversation with them and they offered? Or
Yeah,
they
very
just-
often I also no, they just came to me and asked me. But I was
That's
playing
okay.
on violin on the street in many places.
Ah, yes.
So they often just come to me and ask me what I'm doing and stuff. Did I need a place to stay or some food? So yeah,
That's really cool.
yes.
You were playing violin in Australia to fund your trip?
In
Extra
many
money.
places, not only Australia, but yes. I tried to save some money in Australia
Mhm.
to go to South America because here people don't have that much money, and I would be scared that someone would just steal
Steal
my
your violin.
And when I came to South America, I didn't even play, and they still stole my violin.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, 2 hours after I came to South America. Yeah,
How many years were you traveling with your violin?
it's just 1 year, but before I did another trip, I was like 2 months, so it's not that long.
Okay. And that violin visited which countries? Australia?
Oh, let me start from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Poland.
Yeah.
You mean in general the
With
violin?
the violin. Yeah, in general with the violin. Where have you taken that
okay.
violin?
It's gonna be Poland, Germany, Netherlands, France, Spain, Portugal. From Europe, I think that's all. Okay, and now Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Then now it's 10, and then there's uh, Australia, New Zealand, Chile, Peru. 14.
Wow. So you did a European trip, you did a Southeast Asian trip,
Yeah.
and then you have since come to South America, Chile, and Peru.
Yes.
And is that all of the travel you've done before?
Like in this trip, yes, but
Was this one trip?
yes.
In one trip, you went from Poland to Spain to Southeast Asia to Australia to Chile to Peru.
Yes.
And that has been for 1 year.
Yes.
That's an insane trip. You've covered 3 continents in 1 year.
I know.
Okay, so you're Peru now.
I've seen 3 oceans as well.
You've seen 3 oceans,
Yes.
Pacific, Atlantic in Spain.
Yeah, and Indian.
Did you go Portugal?
Yes.
You did Portugal.
Yes.
So you went from Poland to Portugal, saw the
Poland, Spain, Portugal, and then back to Spain. Because I flight from Spain to Thailand, to Bangkok.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yes.
And then how long did you do the Southeast Asia?
I think it was quite long. I think it was like 4 months, 3 months more.
3, 4. And Europe was 3, 4 months as well?
4 or 5 more. 5
4
or 4 months, yeah.
Okay. So then from Peru, you're in Lima now. You have 2 weeks left in Lima.
Yes.
And then how much longer of your entire trip, more or less?
I don't know at all. Maybe I will just fall in love in Mexico because that's where I'm going later.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna just stay there for whole life.
Bro,
Even
man,
that's possible. So
I did the same thing, and I've been here for 2 years now, so
nice.
it's possible, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm 2 years in the future if you're Mexican, like,
Yeah, but I think I would like to go back to Europe also,
for living or to visit,
at least to visit,
at least to visit.
but then to live as well. But not in Poland because I want to live in Spain probably.
Mm.
Yeah, Spain, maybe Italy, but it's not so easy to find a job in Italy if you don't speak Italian. I
Oh
know.
yeah, sure. So like, your plan is to live in Mexico. Not your plan. Maybe you will just live in Mexico, and then you would visit Europe again, or would it be one or the other?
I don't know because you see, I don't have a plan. I'm open to anything,
Right.
so
You are
I don't know what's gonna
genuinely
happen.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was literally me. So I was open to anything. I'm traveling in Peru, and I'm like, well, I'm going to live here now.
Where?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
And I was like, I'm coming back. I'm going to stay.
Yeah, it's nice. I really like this country. So many things to do, so peaceful,
It's,
and not dangerous at all.
bro, it is dangerous, like literally, technically. But in my 2 years here, man, I've never had a single negative experience to my safety. 2 years.
Me too, but I heard some stories that people will get their phone stolen. I only have no, but it was in Chile, it was not Peru, so it's different. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, every so often, a friend of mine has their phone stolen. So, like, I think I'm lucky, but it does happen.
Yeah, it can happen in Europe as well. It's not that
I mean, what's the situation in Europe now? I've been hearing lots of dramatic news about how it's no longer safe, about how it's no longer what it.
Some places were never safe in Europe, but it's not so much for them. I think maybe there are some. I heard some stories about the cities in Germany that are like. I've been to Berlin, and there was one area where there was so much junkies in there,
Oh, yeah.
and they were all looking very bad. They were trying to sell you drugs and stuff, and you shouldn't buy from them because they probably take really bad stuff because they don't look very nice.
Low
Yeah.
standards, I imagine.
I think it's heroin most of all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are they into heroin, the junkies in Germany?
But I think they can be dangerous if you do something wrong to them by mistake or something. It can end up very bad.
They're like aggressive homeless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like also maybe you heard that it's like a thing that's people from Turkey, for example, or Muslim countries, they like rape women in a.
See, I've heard so much about that. Ireland, it's a hot topic right now.
Yeah. It's not that dangerous, I think. It's just they talk about those cases all the time to make noise.
To make it sound like it.
Yeah.
It's noise.
Yeah, but in Poland it's not that common, but there's also not that much expats in Poland. Expats? People from different countries, that's immigrants. Immigrants. Oh yeah, immigrants. Yeah, it's not so much of them in Poland, but in different countries, Spain.
Has Poland been quite strict about accepting immigrants?
I think not that strict, but they don't want to go to Poland because
They don't want to go anyway.
the Polish country doesn't pay them money.
The Polish doesn't pay the immigrants to live there, so they don't want to go.
Not too much. They have better opportunities in different countries, Germany, Netherlands, and stuff.
The German government is quite generous with its support of immigrants.
Yeah, but Netherlands government is even more.
Netherlands. Is
Yes.
that like the most immigrant welcome and caring for European nation typically? Netherlands, is that like what? Because I've heard drama in Ireland, I've heard drama in Sweden, I've heard drama in Germany, and that same drama appears in Netherlands.
It can happen in Amsterdam, I think, but that's all.
Okay.
So I think it's like maybe if you're alone on a Saturday night somewhere in the dark and you're a woman, maybe it's possible, but it's not like all the people do it. I think.
It's not like I go there and I'm like, what happened? This place is crazy.
Yeah.
Where it's not like the dramatic internet perception of Europe has fallen. Europe is a mess. Europe is like this. It's not like that.
Yeah, my opinion on that is like it doesn't matter too much if somebody gets raped. It's nice when the Europe is colorful.
An interesting opinion.
Yeah.
It's nice when Europe is colorful. I mean, I appreciate different cultures mixing because the Arabic culture is one of my favorite cultures in the whole world.
Yeah, there are many nice people from Arabic countries.
definitely.
Yeah, and also like black people. I don't. I think they're also very nice. And it's not like yeah, but in Poland there is no much racism actually for the black people.
No,
Yeah,
there is racism.
yeah, but not in a way that there's. They wouldn't bully somebody probably. For example.
Are they like not typically caring if a dude's black?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they can say something, but it's not that they hate this person. They're gonna bully him.
It's not like dangerous for a black man in Poland.
No, there are some crazy people, of course. Can happen, but I don't think that it's like very dangerous.
Okay.
I think I know a few black people in Poland, and they didn't experience any like bigger issues.
Yeah.
But you know, some smaller things like saying something, or maybe the fact that in the US they have this problem a lot. You know, it's like in Australia that they pay less to the black people.
Okay.
There's like how do you call it? I don't know. English is not that easy. Yeah, but they somehow check it how many people get paid from their job, and the black people just earn always less, even if they're on the same like position as the other workers.
Is that more likely in Poland as well?
I don't know to be honest.
Yeah. Why would you? Fair enough.
I think the people that I knew that were black, they didn't tell me about it, so I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. And are you racist?
Am I racist? No. I just said that I want Europe to be colorful as fuck. I think it's very good when people are like all together.
Yeah.
We're all the same, right?
I mean, we literally are all the same. We are all people. Like, everybody grows up in their own world, and we do come out to be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But we are all the same animal. We are all human.
In Poland, everybody thinks that the country is very important, right?
Nationalism
Yeah,
type thing.
but I think every country is a little bit like this, to be honest.
Man, some countries, I mean, Germany, if you're a nationalist in Germany, I don't think they are too fond of it. Or am I wrong?
Oh, okay. I don't know, to be honest.
Uh,
I've never been nationalist, so.
Is it in Poland, if you're like, I love Poland, I'm proud to be Polish, Poland is the best.
Yeah, I think there are many people with that mindset.
And is that good?
Older people especially, because I think younger, yes, there are some younger people that are also like, but they're like very conservative. So
Poland is
majority.
a typically conservative nation.
I wouldn't say so.
Before it was?
It's like 50-50.
Is Poland traditionally, because it's Orthodox or Catholic?
I think I'm gonna say that Polish politics is too fucked up to really know what people would like to choose, because you choose between the worst things.
Fair enough.
And no matter who rules, they all steal the money from the government. They don't do anything good for humans.
So Polish politics is just complete corruption?
I think so, yes.
I think so.
There were some big dramas where they like give some $2 billion for the television, for the public television.
Mm-hmm.
And what would they buy with $2 billion? 2 billion cameras.
They bought...
No, but they didn't say that. I don't know what they did with that.
So the government gave the television $2 billion.
Yes, but it's like their television, so they just put it in their pockets, you know.
They are the government owns the television, and then the government gives the government-owned television $2 billion.
Yes.
And that's just corruption.
And it was like the country money. So you could use it for health institutes that are like very, very bad. And they still, since like 20 years, I think nothing changed. They try to do it all the time, something better in the health institute, but nothing changed.
Is Poland a poor country?
Poor?
Poor.
No, not anymore, I think.
When was it poor? World War II?
Yeah, at the beginning of European Union, maybe, where they just started.
I've heard Poland is actually doing quite well recently. I've heard it's actually one of the more growing economies. I saw a headline that in however many years, Poland's actually going to be one of the more powerful European nations.
What the fuck? I never heard of anything like that. But I know that the salaries are going up, but the prices are also going up.
Yes.
But I don't know much about economics, to be honest.
I think it was to do with population, because you've got Eastern Europe, which is losing population. I think France, Italy, Germany, Spain, they have a aging population without the youth to replace it. I think Poland doesn't suffer from that.
No. We don't.
So I think the idea was that Poland is positioning itself to be powerful in the future because it's not undergoing the challenges that its neighbors are of population, demographic, and economy.
Yeah. So they all gonna die and only Polish people stay.
Pretty much, man. That's what's happening to Korea, bro. I think it was in like 30 years, Korea's going to lose 16 million people.
How much are there now?
Oh, good question. Between 50 and 100. Maybe less than
Okay.
50 million.
It's not that much,
It's not insane.
but it's a big, how to say, not
Right.
increase, but decrease.
Decrease in 30 years, bro. In our lifetime, when we're 50, 16 million South Koreans will no longer exist. In our lifetime, we
60 or 16?
1/6.
Okay.
That's insane. Like
They will just disappear.
just die of old age and they won't be replaced. There will be no young people to replace the old people. Imagine in 30 years, we go to Korea now, and in 30 years we go back and there's just like 16 million young people missing.
Well, I think it's it's good because I'm not a big fan of Korea.
Why aren't you a fan of Korea?
There are many things in Korea that I don't like.
Okay. Have you been
in
to
Asia,
Korea?
in that area, China as well.
Okay. Have you been personally?
No,
Okay.
I don't like Korean food.
No?
No, that's the first thing. I don't like K-pop as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like when there's like too much technology, and I know that the cities are very
Technologically.
yes. So I don't like it. And then China, which is like doing something strange, they made the virus, COVID-19, and then they make TikTok. They're destroying all the work with the stuff that they do. I think it's not coincidence. Maybe they're gonna attack the whole world when people are just too messed up with all the things. Like TikTok.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's true, right? Because China, speaking of the demographic, in 100 years, China is going to lose half its population. So
half of the
half of
population?
their population
There's
in 100
billion
years.
people there.
They will have, I think it was like they will have 700 million or something in 2100 or 100 years. China is facing an insane demographic collapse as well.
Oh shit.
So if I was China, I'd be scared. I'd be like, we're not going to be the biggest, most powerful country in the world anymore. We've got to set things right now, or we're screwed. So, yeah, they're kind of been messing with things though, haven't they? That TikTok, I don't know if it's true, but it definitely seems true. Now that this stuff is happening with tariffs, all over TikTok is Chinese suppliers exposing luxury brands because they're made in China.
Maybe.
Like on TikTok right now, all these videos that are getting millions and millions of views are Chinese suppliers, factories going, we make the brands for all these luxury brands, we send them to Italy and they put on the tag and say it's made in Italy.
Okay, I see.
Is that a coincidence?
Like phones, for example, right?
Luxury bags, luxury clothing, luxury belts, the luxury clothing market. So you buy a beautiful handbag that says made in Italy. That handbag is made in China, sent to Italy. They put the tag on it, they put the logo on it, and now it's made in Italy. So since this trade war, since the tariffs, all over TikTok now are going viral. Chinese suppliers just undercutting the luxury clothing market.
Ooh, oh my god.
Is that a coincidence, or there must be some influence
from the Chinese politics?
There must be some influence. Is it such a coincidence the moment a trade war happens, now all these viral videos are going undercutting foreign luxury goods? I don't
don't know.
It's a big coincidence.
But I don't like to buy expensive clothes. I always go to second hands, and I think everybody should do it. Because why do you pay for something that is so ugly and so nothing special about it? Okay, there is a good quality, but you can find a really good quality and something that will look unique in a second-hand store. That's my opinion.
I mean, I'm with you, bro. I've had these pants since 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 6 years now, where I bought these pants almost exactly 6 years ago.
Okay.
You don't need bloody luxury.
I had this also like 5 years probably.
5 years?
Yeah.
I love that, man. My backpack is just full of all these random little bits of clothing that still work. I'm sure like yourself, obviously.
Yeah, but then I got addicted to going to second hands because I really like having a lot of clothes.
Okay.
But then I couldn't stop because it was so cheap. And then I have like so many clothes. My mom is every time I speak with my mom, she's complaining that I have too much clothes and she needs more space in because she changed my room into something else, but my clothes stay there.
Mm.
She's complaining all the time that there's too much clothes and she doesn't know what to do about it. But I really like some of those clothes and I don't want her to throw it away. And I told her, you should take a picture of all those clothes, and she would like, it would take me probably 2 days to do it. So, yeah.
Do you collect these clothes while you travel, or when you live in Europe, you are a shopaholic?
No, only in Europe. No, I don't do it anymore. But
Right.
sometimes I go to second-hand stores when I just need some new t-shirts or something, socks, shoes, anything.
Mhm. Definitely. Well, you're a true backpacker. Is this 1 year trip the
I
first
spend
trip?
as least as possible.
Dead set, man. On my first trip, I was spending like on average 500-600 Australian dollars a month. So that would probably equal like $300-400 a month
Oh,
on
no,
my
no,
first
no.
trip.
I'm
Every month.
saving on some things that are, in my opinion, not worthy, but then I spend money on things that are better. But I still spend a lot of money.
What do you spend money on? What do you allow yourself to spend money on?
Well, I thought about Thailand, but then the thing that I spent my money was marijuana.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but not only marijuana. There were different things. Like everything is super cheap, so you can do luxury things in there. You can go to spa in there. You can go like fancy massage, or you can go eat something fancy. Or
Would you treat yourself to these nice things in Thailand?
yes, and when you smoke weed, you don't have any like boundaries. And then I spend, you know how much? For 1.5 months, I spent 2,000 euros.
Damn, in Thailand?
Yes.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
And was that just on like massages, on
Massage. Marijuana. Yes. I think so. And food as well.
2,000 euros on Thai massages?
Yeah, but they're very good massages.
Sure they are.
Yeah, but there was, at the beginning I didn't thought about, like, I thought everything is super cheap.
Mm.
And I was not going to the most cheap ones, to this like street food that they have there, but I was going to like restaurants that are suitable for white person, so
Tourist places?
yeah, so they have like burgers and stuff. Because I didn't know of Bangkok much, so first 3 days it was like this. I spent a lot of money there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You enjoyed Thailand. It was one of your favorite places?
Yes.
Yes. Good. And did you like travel Thailand, or were you kind of just living there, enjoying
No,
Bangkok?
I landed in Bangkok, and first I stayed there for I think 2 weeks,
Mm.
and I think it was too long because Bangkok seems to be nice, like a party place, but there are much better places to be, like somewhere in nature or on the ocean on the south, and there are also very nice parties there. So,
Mm.
but they don't stink like Bangkok.
Bangkok stinks.
Yes.
How so? Like,
Oh, it smells so bad.
is it dirty?
It smells like depths of hell.
Yeah. And is it like unwashed people, or is it like rubbish and poo on the street?
Yeah, because they don't have a good canalization in there, and there are many rivers
Mm-hmm.
which are dirt because of the canalization and the trash as well. There's a lot of trash, and it just stays all the time. It doesn't move; it just stays, and for probably many years, I guess. And the water is just milky gray.
Wow.
Yes.
There are lots of rivers running through Bangkok, or just like a river,
Yeah, a lot of rivers. Actually.
and they're all dirty.
They're all dirty.
So it all smells like dirty river.
And there are big. They're not crocodiles, but something similar. They're like lizards, but very, very big. They can attack humans.
Komodo dragon?
Very similar, yeah, but not Komodo. Komodo is only on Komodo Island.
Ah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Some other dragon, Bangkok dragon.
Bangkok dragon.
Yeah.
Why not? Fair enough. And then where is the best food? Did you like Thai food, or
Yeah, a lot. Because I'm vegetarian, I have many vegetarian options.
why are you vegetarian?
I don't know anymore. It's just how I'm used to it.
It's just what you've been doing for
Yeah.
how many years now?
There were different reasons actually in meantime, but now they don't matter anymore. So now it's like I wouldn't be able to start eat meat again after 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago you had your reason, and now it's just your lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
Would you ever try meat again in your whole life ever again?
I don't know. Maybe.
So it's not like never again in my life ever, but you have no reason
Yeah,
to
sometimes
change.
I have dreams of steak, you know.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't be. No, I wouldn't do it because I eat fish also, and fish satisfies
You
me.
do eat fish.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a very healthy meat and protein.
Yes, that's true.
That's fine.
And prawns as well. No, it's
Prawns.
prawns.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
prawns.
I knew a Canadian guy that didn't understand the word prawns, and I had to say that
They say shrimp.
shrimps.
Yeah. In Australia we say prawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was very surprised that he didn't know it. It was Canadian.
Fair enough. Okay. And then what do you think of the Peruvian food? Have you tried many local restaurants, dishes, plates?
No, because it's all meat.
It's all meat.
I try only the like wraps.
Like the wraps of what?
They do it. It's like a little bit like the how do you call it shawarma,
Shawarma.
but it's more South American.
Yeah, the shawarma, the naid, the...
Yeah, so they have it with different things than the Turkey.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You still eat seafood?
Yes, but not all the seafood. I only like shrimps, to be honest.
Okay, because have you tried the ceviche?
No.
Would you try it?
I don't remember why, but I don't think so. I thought somebody told me what's inside of there, like sauce or vegetables. Either it's just onion, that's what they told me.
Yeah, so you have fish soaked in lemon juice with red onion and chili. Is that an appealing sounding thing to you?
No, it actually sounds nice. Maybe they talk about something else. I don't know.
Interesting.
Because there was a lot of sauce in that cup, you know. We said it on the beach. It was fish with some sauce
leche de
and some
tigre.
vegetables on the top.
That's a different thing. So it's this.
Ah.
It's a similar thing, but it's not. So that's not ceviche.
Okay.
That's leche de tigre, and that's like a fish drink. It's strange. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
The ceviche is my favorite dish.
It's a drink.
The leche de tigre, you like drink hot fish juice liquid.
I don't want to do it, but is it like a soup or what's that?
I don't know what the hell it is, man.
What is
It's
fish juice?
It's fish liquid juice in a cup and it's warm.
I don't want to leave anymore after hearing this.
Yeah, I don't
Why people
recommend
do
it.
this?
Some people do.
Oh, but you know, the better, not the better, the worst thing was in Thailand.
Okay.
They had like crabs, very little crabs.
Okay.
And they marinated them, but you know how they made the sauerkraut?
No, I don't. It's fermented.
Fermented. So the crabs were also fermented in Thailand. And it smelled so badly.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. Worse than the canals even, I think.
Did you eat it?
No. Of course not. Oh my god.
No, I didn't. Would you eat any like weird shit like tarantulas or stuff?
I didn't do it, no.
What is the weirdest thing you've eaten?
I think sometimes when I was high, when I was a bit younger, I was having strange passion to create some difficult and not difficult but strange combinations like food. But it was not like I don't know, some fish or something like that. I was just combining different flavors in a funny way. Like I take the whole big bowl of butter
Okay.
and then I put cornflakes in there and I ate it all.
And was it good?
I was very, very high.
You ate a bowl of butter? And was it like good though?
No, it was not the whole bowl. I couldn't eat the whole thing.
Alright.
Some, yes.
Like
Big
cornflakes.
part of it, but not all.
Was it like melted butter?
No, it was raw.
You were
So I
just
just
like
mixed
having
it.
spoonfuls of butter? That's great.
It's so disgusting.
Was
Yeah.
it good? No.
No.
Was it good?
Yes, but it was a bit too fat.
Yeah.
But the cornflakes with butter, very well.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
tip. Good tip.
Like if you boil the corn, you put butter on it and a little
Corn
bit of
and
salt.
butter, of course.
Yeah.
That's a great mix. So
And
cornflakes is
popcorn
like that.
is also with
Yeah,
butter.
Corn and that actually makes a lot of sense.
Have you tried corn soup?
Yeah, I have chicken and corn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
can
one of
make,
my
like,
favorites.
Cream out of boiled corn, and it goes well with the what did I put inside? Beside the butter? There was something else that make it very good. I know I put some popcorn on the top, but there was also some spice, and I don't remember which. So experiment with it.
What is your favorite cuisine? Like your favorite country's food? Thai food, Mexican food, French food.
It's hard to say
Corn
because
with
I
butter.
like all the food.
Me too.
But corn with butter is the best for sure.
Mexico.
Yeah, maybe.
You will love Mexico. So much corn. Do you not have like a favorite, or do you just not consider food like that?
I like all the things a lot, so it's hard to say what's favorite. But do I have a favorite?
If not your favorite, but like for me, example, I love pizzas, I love seafoods, Peruvian ceviche, I love the trio marino, which is fried squid, ceviche, and seafood rice.
I can make a very nice recipe now,
Okay.
and I hope that many people will try it because it's very good.
Try.
So it's recipe for the omelet.
Okay.
You take the eggs and you don't mix them before. You just put it like this on the table, like if it was just fried egg.
Yeah.
And you make 3 or 4, and you put a lot of oil and very low heat.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to leave it for a moment until it starts to get thick, the white part.
Yes.
And then when it's like almost thick, you start to mix it, and then you break the yolks and you mix it all together. And then salt and pepper, and then you have to like mix it all the time and very low heat. That's the most important.
Okay.
And then it's like you have to wait until the yolks also become more thick a little bit, and then it's ready, and it tastes like nothing else,
Yeah. Tastes like eggs.
but much better eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Have you-
because just scrambled eggs, they're boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you like good at cooking? Do you consider yourself a chef? Do you like to cook?
I am a chef.
You are a chef. You are a chef. It's
Yes,
official. You
I
are
am a
chef.
chef.
And how long have you been chef for?
Since I was 7.
You've always been cooking.
Yes.
So you're genuinely capable. You can make lots of different dishes.
Yes, I can make sushi, I can make pasta, pizza, all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fun, or like did you do classes, or?
For fun, I just learned everything with YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is the best thing if you want to learn something. I learned Spanish with YouTube, I learned yoga with YouTube, many different things.
How long were you doing yoga for?
Yoga, I think 3 years.
3 years of doing like daily?
Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes daily, but now I don't do it anymore. Sometimes I just do some stretching too.
Yeah.
And it's good enough. But I want to start doing yoga again. It's just not really comfortable to do it in the hostel. There's no place, first of all.
It's kind of awkward if you just like bent over stretching in the
Yeah.
middle of the.
Yeah. Of where? In the kitchen?
In the
or,
kitchen.
Or where? There's no place for that. The biggest like space is here, but then there are people that are walking here and they want to go here, so
It is kind of awkward.
yeah. I just do it in the bed sometimes, like a little stretching. It's good for the body.
And then when you're saving up to go to a trip, what job do you do?
Oh, I only play the violin on the street.
Is that all of your money?
Yeah.
Does it pay well?
Yes.
How so? Like how many would you play every day for a month? How much could you earn euros?
So I can say that for 1 hour I can get up to 200 euros, but it's in a very good place and a good day, so it's not every day like this. Usually it's around 100 euros.
A day?
For 2 hours, I would say.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So you play 1 hour of violin for 30 days in a row, and you have
3,000 euros.
And 3,000 euros, 36,000 euros a year. Is that a good salary in Europe? 36,000 a year?
I think so. It's better than the lowest in Netherlands, so it's very good, I think.
That's crazy. So you actually earn a healthy living of playing the violin in the street in Europe. That's hardcore, man. Do you earn more than like waiters or bartenders or something?
Yes, for sure.
For sure.
But sometimes they work very long and they get nice tips, so maybe some get better, but yeah.
You too. And is it always a good day if you go play the violin in a spot that you sometimes play at? Like, or some days you earn like 10 euros.
It depends where, but Sometimes if it's like rainy Monday in the morning in a small city, not possible to get any money.
No money.
So sometimes there were days that it was like zero at all for a few hours.
Is that in Europe or is that
No,
everywhere?
no, it was never zeros. It was always like at least €2 or €3 to buy a piece of bread and water.
Yes.
Yeah, but very, very often people just give me food also there.
Oh, good.
Marijuana, somebody throw me hashish in my violin case, and then I smoke it. So it was
Yeah,
very
of
nice.
course. That's really cool. And did you study? Do you want to? Do you have any career ambitions?
It's a difficult question. Many people
What's
have,
that?
but I think I don't have, and I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Not
I
at
want
all.
to do something with music, but it's like I don't hurry, and I want to just enjoy life a little bit
Definitely.
and do some other things, not necessarily working.
Yeah. I mean, because some people, they're like, I want to be a doctor, so I'm going to study and do this. Some people, like, I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to do anything. And then some people, like, I don't know what I want to do, I want to travel. So
Yeah.
is that what you are? For now, you want to travel? You know you are passionate about music and violin, so you will.
Yeah, I want to do something more with music, so I really want to keep traveling, but I want to rent a house somewhere or something. Be able to practice a lot in different instruments as well, because I want to play an electric guitar as well. It's very similar to violin, and it's much closer to the genre that I like more, rock.
You are rock.
Yes, I like classical music sometimes, but not too often. Yeah, but sound of violin I really love.
Do you want to be like a? Do you want to start like be a band, a performer, a playwright? Like what?
Oh, I think I would like to have a band one day,
Eh?
but I'm not sure that I could sing. Maybe I could do the back
Violin?
vocals,
Back vocals,
back
yes.
vocals. Yeah, that's it.
So your life is music.
Yeah, it is, but now it's not because my violin was stolen, unfortunately.
How did it get stolen?
Oh, I don't know, because I was in the metro station, my stuff was next to me, and then 1 second it was just gone.
Someone just took it
Yeah.
without you realizing.
Because there was a big crowd of people, and I didn't sleep for many hours, and I had to check something on my phone, and it was just literally 1 minute probably,
Yeah,
and they did it probably then.
too good.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've gone without sleeping?
At all in my life?
Yeah.
A very bad memory, but 1, 2, 3, 36 hours, I think.
36. So that's just like one night without sleeping.
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay.
It's not that much.
No, it's not too dramatic. It's difficult. Definitely difficult pulling an all-nighter and going about the entire next day.
It wouldn't be that difficult if I didn't take too much drugs. I had a big psychosis and not be able to sleep at all.
What did you take?
Oh, I mixed LSD with methadone. You know what's that?
Methadone is what they give people recovering from meth.
No, it's not methadone.
Okay.
Methadone.
Oh, different.
It's in Europe, like very popular. It's like speed,
Yep.
but more euphoric and much more addictive and harmful at the same time. So I mixed that with acid and weed and
Damn.
alcohol.
And alcohol.
Yeah.
Just like acid and alcohol is already a tough mix.
Oh no, I wouldn't say so.
No?
No.
You've enjoyed it?
Yeah, but if you like first take acid and then you just sit and drink 20 beers, you feel amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I never experienced any bad trip. But
Wow.
with methadone and alcohol and weed together, I couldn't sleep because I felt so bad. It was
Bad
disaster.
trip.
Yeah.
Were you like going crazy or some shit or just like feeling sick?
I think it was more like a mental breakdown.
Oh, you had a
But-
mental breakdown.
Yeah, at the same time, but also it was a little bit of like crazy thoughts and hallucinations that are not very pleasant.
Like you saw demons?
Not demons, but something that was, I know what it was. It was like this strange pattern that was not very beautiful. That's how I would say.
Yeah.
And it was like on my wall. I had a wall with many different colors on it, and it was like moving all the time. And it felt like I destroy my brain so much that it cannot like see the reality properly.
Oh,
And then I have like visions of me being in like a mental hospital because I take too much drugs. And then all my family and friends go to visit me there, and and then
so
they were all like crying because I was like completely gone, crazy
were
because of the
you
drugs.
were you like experiencing this? Were you looking through your own eyes in the hospital bed, seeing your family cry around you?
Yeah. It was not outside. It was not. It was in imagination more.
Yes.
Sometimes if you go to sleep, you have some
Like-
visions before going to sleep. It's something like this.
Okay. You felt it. You were there in your head.
Yes.
That's insane. It's like you were visited by like a spirit going, "This is your life."
Yes, and I got very sad one day, and I think the universe was trying to maybe warn me to respect myself at least a little bit and don't do that anymore.
That's like a divine message. That's like, Dimitri, this is your
This is fucked
future.
up.
It's like the ghost of Christmas past or something, like the ghost of Christmas future, but like
Maybe I
drug
didn't saw it, to be honest.
it's like a Scrooge. It's like Scrooge. It's like the mean stingy guy on Christmas who hates everyone, and then spirits visit him and show him his future where everything's terrible because he's a bad guy. The ghost of Christmas future.
Mhm.
She got
Oh
the
yeah,
ghost
I didn't
of
know.
drug abuse future.
Oh yeah.
This is you in 10 years. If you do not stop, you will be surrounded by family in hospital.
But the most beautiful thing is that it actually worked because from then I only took once methadone. I didn't like it even, to be honest.
Really?
I feel so bad after that because after the drug, the next 5 days you feel bad because your nose hurts a lot, your mouth hurts because you have like things with your jaw that just like on an MDMA, so it's like running, dancing.
Methadone, like an MDMA type thing.
Yes,
It's like speed MDMA.
yes.
That's tough.
And then your body hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Your brain hurts a lot. I don't know why people do it.
Worth it, or is it like one of those drugs that's like too intense? It's like, bro, why would you even just smoke weed?
Yeah, it's too intense. It feels very, very nice, but only for a moment, and then you feel bad.
Is
then
it
you need
like
to take a lot? So people take it like 10, 20 times in the night.
it's like a
every
cocaine thing? You need to keep topping it up. Do you snort it?
Yes.
So it's kind of like a cocaine.
Yeah.
And then Poland, are they taking lots of drugs?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Poland is an alcoholic vodka country, like a typical Eastern European Slav.
I think it's maybe a little bit stereotypical.
Yeah.
Polish people like vodka, but it's not like Russia.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Instead, they do methadone.
Yes, but in Russia they also do it.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it's very popular.
What is Polish?
There was a moment of, like, I think it was 10 years ago when the methadone was legal. They would sell it in the shops on the street. So many like normal people got addicted to it actually because they thought it's legal, so we can take it.
Yeah.
But then it fucked up their life completely.
Like the opiate crisis in the USA, it's like legal drugs that people get addicted to, and then it fucks their life up, and then they're like, "Whoa, this can't happen."
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
they
also
take
die
it.
because of this, because of overdose.
I had a friend who overdosed on codeine before it was made illegal in Australia too.
Okay.
Yeah. Those pharmaceuticals, man. I don't. Yeah,
But now you can have it on a prescription, I think, or not, or is it completely banned?
codeine is with prescription now. You need a doctor.
And before you didn't need a prescription.
Just walk in, my back hurts, and they give you codeine. That's like genuine opium. That's insane. What is one thing that is so interesting or crazy that would be interesting for the podcast? Like anything. Like one time I went to prison. That's an interesting thing. I volunteered.
Okay. What can I say? I don't know. Okay, let me think.
So I asked you the food. You haven't eaten anything crazy. Relevant to the drugs, we've been over that. You had a breakdown and you saw your future of your family surrounding you as they cry over your drugged out body. That's pretty crazy. I also have that when I get high. I like put myself in real life situations from my perspective and other people's perspective. Like I did something and then I get high and I'm like experiencing it through that person and like feeling what they felt.
Something like this.
So yeah, I mean, I 100% understand that. Like, I've been high and I've like visualized myself in hospital bed with like old wrinkled hands, like in my last seconds of death. Like, that shit's real. I see that. I have a friend who took ayahuasca and he was literally a jaguar in the jungle.
Okay. There is one thing I can say. I had something similar once, but I took magic mushroom. Like 7 grams.
Oh shit, 7 grams.
And then I was sitting in my room, and once I was completely go out of my body,
Okay.
and I became a street in New York.
What?
And I was a street, and there were yellow cars passing on me. I could feel the cars going on me, and it felt very nice.
Oh.
And then I also could feel the amount of money and a big amount of people as well in there. So I knew that it was New York, and I just became a street in there.
Were you like a section of the road, or were you the entire road, or were you the footpath and the road and the traffic lights?
So there was like a big road, let's say.
Okay.
And I was like here, and I was like big part of that road.
You were.
And the further I was going from the center, I was like less feeling the road.
Were you? Yeah. Okay. There was like your soul was like there in the road.
Yes, I think so.
That's weird. Why were you? Do you have an answer for that?
No, but it was so strange. I couldn't even think about it for the next few weeks.
Really?
Only later I was like, wait, what the fuck did I experience then?
Weeks later.
Yeah. No, it was not crazy actually. It was so normal to me to be a street.
Yeah.
That I didn't think about it too much.
Like, hold on a second. A street? That's not typical. That's curious.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Huh. Hold on a second. That's not normal. And then it was nice.
Yes.
Good.
It was a very nice experience.
Are you religious?
It was so interesting. Yeah. Am I religious?
In any capacity?
I think I'm a believer, and I believe that religious are good for you, for your soul, but not all and not always.
Are you identifying? Do you believe in God as the Christians say it? Do you believe? What do you believe?
Yeah, I think I believe in how Christians say it. So the Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost and the Father.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes.
Do you believe in the stories of the Bible?
Not necessarily, because I think it's a message more. And maybe the stories didn't happen. It was just a story to show people something about, because this is the word of God. There's supposed to be like a guideline how to live the life, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting. I respect that. It's like today it's becoming a lot more in the culture to interpret the messages of the Bible rather than accept the Bible as genuine literature and learning. It's like
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just you can make a very strange interpretations of the Bible, but it's too much of too complicated. I think maybe
the Bible.
Yeah, because some people they spot some things and they connect it to the other thing, and that's why they have some assumptions about some things in their life. But it's like I wouldn't be so sure about it,
because they're getting very specific and literal on the words exactly of the Bible.
Yeah, once I met a guy in New Zealand, and I was in the car with him, and he told me he was like a gospel preacher.
Huh? Wow.
Gospel preacher.
Yes.
And he said he doesn't live in a city because in the Bible it says somewhere that one day a city will be like destroyed completely. One city in the world.
Just one.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to risk it.
Yes.
Wow.
I think it's very strange.
Okay.
And I told him that maybe if you're doing it, the God will on purpose put you inside a city just to explode it and to show you that you cannot
you can't escape fate.
Yeah.
I said a city will be destroyed. You think you can escape? You cannot.
What?
I said a city will be destroyed. You think you are more powerful than me? You think you can escape my
word? You're smarter than me.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you do believe in the Christian religion?
Yeah, and I also believe in the Hindu religion.
Yeah.
I think because there's also like a god in there. and it's very similar, I think, to the Christianity. Just the prayers are a bit different.
I find most religions at the core very similar.
And in the Hinduism, I think there's a problem that no, in Christianity,
Yes.
Hinduism is better in that field because they say it that to change something in your life, you must like practice a lot of meditation. In Christianity, they don't say that you need to practice a lot of things to really go somewhere in your life, to really grow or change something.
Okay.
In Hinduism is like the base knowledge, the most important thing.
In Hinduism, they say it is necessary for growth to meditate.
Yes.
But in Christianity, there is no it is necessary to grow type aspect. It is simply you are God's child, be good, and you will be rewarded.
But you can grow closer to God.
You can grow closer to God,
by prayer. And I think it's the same.
And then the meditation grows you closer to what?
To God as well.
To Hindu God.
Yeah.
Hindus
Shiva.
have many gods.
Yes, but the main is like Brahman, let's say.
Okay.
It's like everything. And
so there is a main God.
Yeah.
And meditating brings you closer to the main God.
Yes.
See. All right.
To the all gods, I think, because they're all
God.
Yes. It's just their image in our world, in the religion.
Yeah. Okay. Good chat.
Yeah.